What's good? It's your boy Type Money, and today I want to get something out of my chest real quick. Something I want to speak upon what's going on between the Mexico and Texas border of a lot of Haitians coming from South America and also Central America as they've been there for a while. But at the same time, the reason why is that in Central America and South America, they might have a good sort of knowledge about voodoo. The reason why I say that, there are the channel Vice, I think they got their own TV show too, but the YouTube channel Vice. They did videos upon witchcraft in Mexico and South America. I don't know about South America, but definitely Mexico. That they learned the practices of voodoo and stuff like that. So what I'm basically trying to say though is that it's what's going on right now, and this title of the video is called, Stop Deporting Haitians, because the simple fact is that according to Fox News, it was Joe Biden telling, Haitians they can cross the border and become citizens and seek asylum and stuff like that. So there are a lot of Haitians coming from South and Central America, coming into, coming to America, and majority of them are Haitian. You feel me? Even though some speak Spanish and different languages, but at the same time, they left Haiti in 2010. Now, let me just put this out there. What happened to me in 2010 happened in late 2010, which is around the fall and winter, and led all the way to 2011, but stop at March in 2011. So what I'm basically trying to say though is that when it comes to Haitians themselves, the earthquake hit Haiti in 2010. You feel what I'm saying? And most of the Haitians started leaving Haiti and going to South America, where they did have a better life and all this other stuff. So I know you wonder if they had a better life in South America and now they're making their way up to the United States. The thing about it is, I think the reason why is, like, I'm gonna put my theory out there, but at the same time, the whole thing about it is, according to Fox News and many other websites, but according to them, basically, it was Joe Biden that told these Haitians to come across the border. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know if they have access to TV or whatever, and they said the cartels are helping Haitians come inside America. Now that's crazy too, though, man, because I do support the cartels and them, shipping their drugs here in America and stuff. But the thing about it is they're encouraging these Haitians. Now there are videos on YouTube where they're showing the Mexican immigrant agents, kicking the Haitians in the face and stuff like that. You gotta understand, America is pressuring Mexico to keep my Haitian brothers and sisters out of America. You feel what I'm saying? I want to say my Haitian brothers and sisters because, believe it or not, but we all came from them slave boats. We all came from West Africa coming here to America. So the thing about it is, the reason why Haitians are coming across the border and trying to seek America, because you gotta understand, America is not perfect. America is still being run by a majority of white people, you feel what I'm saying? So you gotta think to yourself, why are these Haitians are coming to America, to the United States? The simple fact is, when it comes down to me, like I told you, I'm chosen for the age of Aquarius, and I am chosen by Lord Maitreya, and also Lucifer as well. What's going on is that this new form of voodoo that I'm finna create here in America is going to take African Americans by storm. Because once this new form of voodoo is created, but it's not going to be majority, but most of them is going to be a part of this new form of movement of African American voodoo. And when it come down to it, most of these Haitians that's crossing the border, they do got a background in practicing voodoo. You know what I'm saying? I know all Haitians don't practice voodoo. I know that for a fact, but at the same time, don't get me wrong, they got voodoo background into them. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, but they bless the Mexicans and people in South America with voodoo. You feel what I'm saying? So what's going on is that these Haitians are coming across the border. The simple fact is that they want to teach African Americans Haitian voodoo, or any sort of voodoo that they got, to bless us with. Because African American spirituality is the key to everybody else's spirituality. White people got their own spirituality, Mexicans got their own spirituality, but African Americans, they need their own spirituality as well. And thanks to hoodoo, even though hoodoo is meant for African Americans, when it comes to African American voodoo, and that's not what it's called, but I'm going to say that, the new form of voodoo I'm trying to create, the African American voodoo, you know what I'm saying, is going, you know what I'm saying, it's going to inspire, because you see Mother Oshun and Father Shango, right? In this new form of voodoo, you can do it however you want to do it in your practices. Like, it's all about free will in African American voodoo. Like, if you see Mother Oshun and Father Shango statue behind me, that means I worship the both of them, not only as Father God and Mother Goddess, but also as my parents as well. And the idea that I'm trying to put out there for people to embrace and accept is to worship Mother Goddess and Father God, including yourself into that Trinity. Include yourself into that Trinity. You know what I'm saying? So I worship Mother Oshun and Father Shango at the same time, because I look at them as my parents and as my spirit guides. And this new form of African American voodoo is going to inspire those to do the same thing. It can be monotheistic too. It can be whatever way you want to handle it. You know what I'm saying? It's all about free will in African American voodoo that I'm trying to create. Like in Haitian voodoo, it's caught up in Catholicism because of their masters, forcing them to embrace Catholicism, even though they still practice voodoo. So when it really comes down to it, the reason why these Haitians are coming to America, because this new form of voodoo that I'm finna create is going to take African American spirituality by storm. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be a lot of African Americans going to be practicing this new form of voodoo that I'm finna create, but it's going to be the elect of them, or the majority of them, is going to embrace, you know what I'm saying, this African American voodoo. You feel what I'm saying? So in this African American voodoo, yes, I do worship Mother Oshun and Father Shango at the same time. And I do deal with ancestral worship as well. You definitely worship your ancestors. It's mandatory that we all worship our ancestors. But when it comes to parental guidance from our guardian angels, when it comes to Mother Oshun and Father, like Mother Oshun, she have her hands on me. And Father Shango, don't get me wrong, there were thunder and lightning a couple of weeks ago, in front of my house. I live in front of the house, so you see in my room, but there was thunder and lightning going on in outside of my house, because the thing about it was, I was trying to get into technology, but Father Shango is trying to let me know, like, hey, you need to focus on us and the spirits, because we always there for you, and so on and so forth. So basically, what I'm trying to say though is that this is pushing me to the edge. Like, don't get me wrong, I am gonna start recording music and putting my music out there. Y'all just gotta give me some time. You feel what I'm saying? The jinn inside of me need to be awakened first, in order for me to do this, to have motivation to do music. You know what I'm saying? I will write my books as well, but my video vlogs is hogging up the space on my Mac computer, including this one. So basically, what I'm trying to say though is the reason why Haitians are coming to the United States, because this new form of voodoo that I'm finna create here in America, majority of them Haitians that's at the border right now is going to play an important role, an important part in that African American voodoo. I know that I know majority of African Americans don't embrace voodoo or anything in that matter, but at the same time, it's blessed upon us to practice voodoo and really practice the spirituality of it. So when it really come down to it, you know what I'm saying, there's a reason why these Haitians are coming to America. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's going to be, the New Age movement, but also paganism is growing in America. People are coming back to their pagan roots. Everybody is coming back to their pagan roots. Whether you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. People are coming back to their pagan roots. So basically what I'm trying to say though is the reason why a lot of these Haitians are crossing the border, because the simple fact is, for me being put on this earth to represent the age of Aquarius, and also being chosen by Lord Maitreya, the thing about it is these Haitians know that this new form of voodoo is going to be potent and powerful within America. You got to understand, America is a secular society, but at the same time, it's going to be a pagan mystic society as well. Everybody's going to come back to their pagan roots. Islam is not going to dominate. Christianity is not going to dominate. The New Age movement is going to dominate. Paganism is going to dominate. And that's one thing I want to say. So this is your boy, Ty Money. I'm finna sign off. And that's all I want to say. So be on the lookout for my other video. And that's all I want to say. So peace.